Welcome to Sci-Fi World.
Hello.
Today, prepare yourself. We're doing a deep dive, plunging right into the grim darkness of the far future.
Warhammer 40,000. Around the year 40,000 AD, give or take.
Right. And this isn't your usual shiny sci-fi future, is it? No progress, no hope, really.
Not much, no. It's locked in total war. Constant conflict against, well, everything. Aliens, occult forces.
Yeah, the tagline kind of says it all, doesn't it? In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. Start.
It really sets the tone.
Okay, so let's unpack that grimness.
Yeah.
At the center, you've got the Imperium of Man.
Mm-hmm. An empire across, roughly 1 million worlds. It's vast. Authoritarian, techno-feudal. It's a lot.
And it's old. 10,000 years it's been clinging on.
Which is fascinating because, it wasn't supposed to be like this. The emperor, the figure they worship now, is a god.
He had a different plan.
Yeah, originally. An age of reason, science, humanity guided by him. But then came the Horus Heresy.
Ah, the big civil war.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Completely shattered everything. The emperor was mortally wounded fighting his own son, Horus.
And now he's on the Golden Throne.
Exactly. Basically on life support for millennia. But even like that, his psychic power is immense. It fuels the Astronomicon.
Which is like a psychic lighthouse for space travel.
Essentially, yeah. Vital for navigating the warp, which is how they travel faster than light. Without it, the Imperium fractures.
So the heresy trauma leads to this theocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor worship, the imperial tithe demanded from every world.
Mm-hmm. Fear and dogma took over. And here's the kicker. They have incredibly advanced tech, leftovers from a better age.
But they don't use it or improve it.
They're terrified of innovation, especially artificial intelligence. There was this ancient war against malevolent androids, the Men of Iron, left deep scars.
So stagnation, religious taboos holding them back.
For millennia, they have the tools, but they're afraid to understand them, let alone build anything new that might, think for itself.
So their fight isn't really about winning?
No, it's more like raging against the dying of the light. Just trying to hold on. Ultimate defeat feels kind of inevitable.
And the things they're holding on against, let's talk threats. Chaos.
Chaos. Malevolent entities born from raw emotion in that parallel dimension, the warp. They corrupt, mutate.
There's fundamental force almost. Tied into big events too, right? Like the fall of the Eldari creating a chaos god.
Exactly. The birth of Slaanesh, which wiped out an ancient empire. And more recently, the fall of Cadia that tore open the Great Rift.
The Cicatrix Maledictum.
Mm-hmm. A huge warp storm bisecting the entire galaxy, plunging everything into more violence and, crucially, dimming the light of the Astronomicon in places.
Making things even more desperate. Okay, so chaos. What else?
You've got the Tyranids, extragalactic locusts, basically swarms that just consume all biological matter, planetary strippers.
Terrifying. And the Necrons.
Ancient robot skeletons. Slept for 60 million years, now they're waking up. Unbelievably advanced tech, like Blackstone that can nullify psychic powers, and they want their old empire back.
Then there are the older races, the ones who were around before humanity.
Like the Eldari, formerly Eldar. What's left of them, anyway? Their empire collapsed catastrophically. Scattered remnants now.
And you can't forget the orcs.
Never forget the orcs. Green tide of pure war. They live for fighting, powered by this collective psychic field, the Wa.
Not exactly subtle.
Not at all. Then you have the Tau Empire. Relatively young, technologically advanced, trying to unite everyone under their greater good philosophy. By force, if necessary.
A different flavor of authoritarianism, maybe.
Perhaps. And then groups like the Leagues of Votan, abhumans, sort of space dwarves who openly use AI, integrated right into their society. Total opposite of the Imperium's fear.
Wow. So many factions all at war. It really is a setting, not a story.
Precisely. It's designed for perpetual conflict. There's no neat resolution coming. It's just this backdrop for endless struggle, sacrifice, horror.
Never really triumph, just survival.
If that.
So yeah. We've peered into the abyss, Warhammer 40,000, unending war, stagnation driven by fear, cosmic monsters, entire civilizations locked in violence.
Hope is pretty thin on the ground. Humanity is just fighting against this inevitable tide.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What keeps a civilization like the Imperium going, fighting so hard when the best outcome seems to be just enduring? Just fighting for the sake of it. Something to think about.
Definitely.
Well, that's all we have time for on this deep dive. Thank you for joining us on Sci-Fi World.